Hello, Dennis.
Hi, we're live?
Yep, we're live.
I got three things to kick off the show.
Three things.
Yeah.
All right, go for number three first. Go for number one, I guess. I was going to take them in reverse order, but...
They're not in any order. Number one, just finished playing Call of Duty with my son. I think he's better than me.
Really?
Yeah. It was me, him, and one of my homies. We're playing. We're dropping in Warzone. We drop into the prison. I'm like on a tower. I got a sniper, so I'm like, all right, let me do some sniping, but I'm awful. Like I'm like hiding up there. I hear Max like, yeah, baby, let's go. Let's go. I'm like, what's going on? But he's like, I just killed a dude. Like, and then like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, what's going on over there? And I'm like, dude, how many kills you just get? He's like, a lot. Like, how many? Like, what number? 4? I'm like, really?
All right.
Me and my buddy, I think, got 0.
All right, we got Belal already in there ready to join us.
And we play.
I think that's what it is, kids. I think my nephew talks so much shit about getting the 1v1 me in Fortnite. And I just talk so much shit back to him. Like, you don't want it. You don't want it.
Yeah, but I think what the thing is like, to us, it like matters a little bit. To them, there's like I'll just die and play again.
No, I think my nephew plays competitively right now. He's really into it. Like, he's probably going to smoke me.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, yes, he's going for the kill. You know what I mean? But, like, it's for him, there's no shame in dying. There's just another life. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Me and you, it's like, what? And when I see people, I get panicky. I can't, like, calm down and just, like...
You're talking in Call of Duty or Fortnite?
Well, they're the same thing. I just get I'm just all over the place. Like, you know what it is? Instead of just putting it on the guy and shooting, I'm putting it on the guy anticipating him moving. I'm trying to, like, move with him and shit like that, you know?
Why are you getting panicky?
I don't fucking know, because I fucking want to win. I don't know.
You bet.
I need, like, a sports psychologist for that shit. I don't know.
For your video gaming?
I don't know. I just, when I see people, I get like, here we go.
Yeah, you got that little panic. You got to get rid of that.
So that's one. 2, I recently bought an Arctic cooler. It's in the same realm as the Yeti cooler, right? 200.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, Belal?
Hey, what up?
I'm just telling Stan about this Arctic cooler I bought. So I had a Halloween party past Saturday, right?
Hold on first. Belal, can we get you to turn your phone long ways?
Oh, my bad.
All good. All right, go Menace.
I had a house party, Halloween party this past Saturday. 3 different coolers. I had, like, my girlfriend brought a cooler. I got a Coleman cooler, which has been my varsity lineup cooler. But now he's got an Arctic cooler, right? Not that it's been, like, super hot here, but, like, it's been, like, 60s, whatever. The Arctic cooler, it's Wednesday, still has fucking, like, full-blown ice in it. Like, obviously something's melt, but, like, there's still ice in there. That was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's 4 days ago. We still got ice cubes in there.
Are those expensive? Are they better than Traeger?
Traeger?
Not Traeger. Yeah, what is that other one?
Yeti,
yeah.
I mean, it's people have, like, if you go on YouTube, people have cut them both in half and been like, same thing.
Oh, really? And
it's cheaper? $100 cheaper.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and even to explain my attire, Menace, I was going to open the show with, I showed Dennis Bermudez the front kick, and that's how he won all of his fights.
You did not go into character at all Saturday.
I did for Dean when I first got there, and your brother was giving me shit, and a few select people I gave them that, Like, the only reason I'm here is because Dennis Bermudez won all those fights because I showed him the front kick. What about when he lost? he wasn't doing what I told him. He wasn't doing what I told him, you know? But
did he say that when the guys he talked to lost?
When they won, he would come out and be like, "Yep, I showed him that front kick. Every time a front kick won a fight, he was like, "Yeah, I know that guy. I showed him that front kick."
But if they lost,
It was always, but when he lost, you never heard of him anymore. He just like walked away.
Yeah, but
Kinda like my coaches,
like your coaches. But Belal Muhammad, welcome back to Menace and the Man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you guys. You know, first of all, you guys told me Gilbert Burns is one of the guys that always comes late. You guys told me 8 o'clock. It's like 8:20, so there's like a little. Now I don't know who to trust.
That's a little bit my fault.
Oh no,
That's all good. I'm messing around.
We're always late too. We're always late. We'll admit that. Yeah, we're usually never on time. When I post like the start time of the show, sometimes I'll say around 8 o'clock, and then sometimes I'll just put like 8 o'clock. And then when I put just 8 o'clock, I'm like, oh man, I know we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I think Jared hit me up too. I don't know if he's going to hop on or not.
Possibly. He said he was dealing with his lady at the moment, so we'll see what happens with that. What I had planned was I was like, Jared, get your girl on too. And I was going to be like, all right, we're going to play a game now that we have the hottest game show host in the land right here. And I was going to be like, who's really Jared Gordon's best friend? And I was going to ask you both questions. Good. Yeah.
So off of that, hang on, Stan. I like that Bilal's here too. I got a question. I heard it today. Let's say you could either have $50,000 or your best friend gets $500,000. What do you do?
That's interesting. Like, does he know he got the $500,000 because of me, or is it just like randomly? He gets $500,000.
I don't know if it was like he doesn't know you gave it to him, or I think that's probably it.
Where you always
like
get
doesn't know I gave it
because Bilal, you've got Fight of the Nights. You've got $50,000.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, but like it's not life changing. It's like cool. I could buy a cool toy.
Yeah, exactly.
But $500,000, that's like altering someone's life a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like your house paid off, bang.
Yeah, but it's one of those too where like if I'm not gonna get credit for it, do I really want to do that? But that's a tough one. I was literally thinking about that today. We were eating sandwiches in Miami, and I was like walking to the beach, and I was like, man, what if you found like $1 million on the floor right now? And I told him, what if I found it and I gave you 10,000? Would you be mad? And he was like, really? You only need to give me 10,000? I said, yeah, but I found it. Like you don't have no money. Like you didn't have anything earlier today, but I'm giving you 10,000. But you know I just found $1 million. Would you be mad or not? And he was like getting mad, and I was like, bro, I'm just giving you I don't have to give you the $10,000. Like, relax. Like, you should be happy that I just gave you $10,000, right?
Oh, he wants a 50-50 split?
Dude, yeah. And I was like, no. Like, you were in the bathroom. I went. I saw it on the ground myself. I picked it up. I ran to you, and I said, yo, look what I just found. Here goes 10,000. And he's going to be like, no, how much you got? And I'm like,
man, I would be like, dope, dude, thanks.
Right?
Hang on. No, neither of you guys have answered my question.
I would go for the 500,000.
Okay.
I would get my friend the 500,000.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that too.
It's a larger sum of money, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So,
granted,
I mean, if you can get the credit, I'd be like, yo, bro, here's the like Stan, I'm giving you $500,000. Just give me $250. Like you're like, right? You'd do that.
But if you're not getting no credit,
like, hey, dude, I mean, I got the money. I thought about some things, and I can only give you $50,000. I'm like, what? Like,
but what if they came at came at him with you had like a dead aunt or somebody that what if they said no, we're not gonna say it's from you. We're like, yo, you got a dead aunt that left an inheritance to you, 500,000. So like, yeah, it has nothing to do with you. Then what would you do? Like then that changes everything. Because what are you gonna do? Hey, yo, can I borrow some money? Or
I feel like this is a new angle Dennis is taking our show sometimes, where he's just going to ask these hypotheticals that really don't have an answer. You can just keep going with it.
Hang on, I found a loophole. I think I'd be like, My lady's my best friend. She gets a mic, she's like, hey, I'm out of here. Catch you later. If that happened, I think I'm catching a body for sure. I'm not lying.
Man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that one. Are you single at the moment, Belal?
No, I have a girl.
And now, what happens in Muslim culture? Like, you have to, obviously, sex.
Engaged, yeah.
You can have sex before marriage?
No.
So no sex before marriage. You can only have sex after the wedding.
Yes.
All right. You guys have.
Then you get a couple more wives.
So now, do you get like arranged marriages? Not arranged marriage, right?
Dude, I would have been married at like 16.
No, that's how a lot of them are. A lot of them get married young, and it's not like arranged per se. It's more so like if you see a girl you like, you talk to them, and then you talk to their parents first, and then you have to do it that way where both parents agree to, all right, you can talk to my daughter, but if you want to start doing stuff with it, like you have to show that, I'm asking for her hand in marriage. It's saying like, this is no dating thing that I'm going to get rid of her after a month and I'm going to move on to somebody else. Like, they don't do that.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to put you, on the spot in front of Allah, but so you're a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah? Or yeah. Listen, I don't.
Dude, there's a million people watching this right now. Relax.
3.3 million at the moment.
Which means like 3.
That's what I literally do that on my show. I'm like, man, there's like 5 people watching. I'm like, oh,
dude, that can explain your like. Listen, if you're that backed up, you're just like, I need to kill people because I
need to fight.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably be champion right
now. So now, is that what it is? Like Muslim? I guess I'm just gonna shoot it out there. You can masturbate, right?
I mean,
because this would explain a lot too. Maybe that's also what helps you be a
super. You're not supposed to either, too. So like, it's all.
Well, here's the thing too, Belal. Everything that you say on this show isn't real. Everything's allegedly hypothetical. Might not. We're actors reading off scripts.
So is Khabib married? No.
Khabib's married.
Khabib has kids. Khabib has 2 kids. Or I think 3 kids.
All right. Never mind.
Yeah, Khabib is married with kids.
Just because Connor's wife gets put in everything, I thought maybe could be, I would see some of Khabib's wife if he was married or,
Nah, but they're like very private with everything. Like they don't need to post that stuff on social media, I feel like. Because you look at it, you have 500 million followers, then you have everybody taking pictures and like talking about them. Imagine the comments that he gets in his comment section. So like I wouldn't want to post, like I barely post my family because I have so many freaking racist people that'll sit there and comment on my stuff. And like if I see something stupid like that, or my mom literally goes through all my comments, she's like, hey, how come you didn't reply to this guy? And I'm like, I don't want my mom seeing bad comments because she'll be like, this guy's your fan. Say something good to him. And I'm like, yo, stop reading my comments. It'll be like 100 comments. And she'll be like, why don't you reply to this guy? Reply to this guy. Reply to this guy.
Well, even that.
Your mom's a psychopath like my mom.
Yeah, literally. My mom will sit there, go through all the comments, and then it'll be like a guy saying hi. And she'll be like, how come you didn't tell this guy hi? And I'll be like, what guy are you talking? I don't know who that is. And she's like, he commented on your thing. Like, you need to be humble. And I'm like, all right.
Damn. When I first was fighting and I had kids and stuff like that, I'm like, I'm never gonna post my kids on social media just because, like, listen, man, I'm in the public eye. Like, someone's gonna see my kid and want to steal him because I'm gonna have like I'm like famous, And then I realized like, yeah, I'm not at all. I'm like, they're like, I'll take pictures of my kids. I'm like, shit.
They see your kid, they give him like candy.
But in my head, when I got in the UFC and started having kids, I'm like, dude, listen, I gotta think as if I'm Brad Pitt because I just,
Yeah, when you go out and then you see somebody ask you for the picture, and then you're like, yeah, it happens to me all the time. But it never happens at all.
Yeah, but that's one aspect is like a nice smiling picture of my kid. But like some people be putting like, baby, 1-year-olds like naked in the bath. I'm like that. Like now you get some creeps though that are looking for that shit.
Yeah, I think Bisming posted a couple like that with his son in like underwear or something like that, and it'd be like, he was getting people like calling him, like, what do you do? Why would you do this? And I'm like, looking at him, like, man, what are you guys talking about? It's like him and his son. And they'd be like, they were like calling him rapers or something like that on his social media. I was like, what the heck? People are just like nuts.
Oh my God, people are insane. Like you'll see it with Remember the Show, and we see it with Menace and the Man as shows get bigger, even podcasts, like the fans of MMA, like I'm sure you guys see it as fighters. They're horrible sometimes.
Oh my God.
Like your
literally, dude, I'm telling you, I get so many racist like messages. And then I had when I got my fight signed for Sean Brady, like I literally had messages from this dude that like kept commenting on my thing saying, "You don't deserve to fight Sean Brady. You don't deserve to fight Sean Brady." I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
The average person is so delusional. It's insane.
Dude, it's literally, I'm like, and I'll look at them and they seem like a normal person when I look at their page. And then I'm like, man, I don't even want to respond to this guy because like he's probably nuts.
I loved how
like I'll be at work. Sorry, Stan. I'll be at work and like my coworkers will be talking about like the NFL or baseball. I'm like, dude, that guy. They'll be like, that guy fucking sucks. I'm like, are you like? You would never say that to that guy's face. Like, obviously he doesn't suck. He's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
when you ever get those where the guy will say something stupid to you? Like, I'll get guys that'll like post like my memes of me losing or something like that. Like I'll like post anything and they'll post me losing, and I'll be like, real funny. They're like, oh my God, thank you, bro. I'm a huge fan. I'm glad you replied to me. And I'm like, did you seriously just do that? Like you just wanted to reply?
There are some sickos out there, yeah. That like Ally Quinta got so many fans by fighting on Twitter.
Yeah,
people will say something, he'll like fight all day for hours with them. They're like, yo, man, like good debate. I'm a fan now. Like what?
But that's literally how you're gonna get followers now. It ain't about like, oh, let me post motivational memes or memes of you working out or some stuff. Like you gotta post dumb stuff and then reply to dumb trolls, and that's just gonna attract more trolls and dumb people. So that's how you're gonna gain your followers.
I can't. It's not organic for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's like where people like say like guys like Leon Edwards and stuff, where they're like, oh man, you need to talk more trash or stuff like that. But like even when they do it, like you can just tell it's not natural for them. So like they'll sit there and just like start swearing at you or cursing at you because they don't know. They're not like very witty or anything like a McGregor or something like that, where they do and it seems professional, it seems cool. Like it's funny when like McGregor or somebody treats you, and like even John Jones is so good at it. And Darren Till is like, I just realized this guy's like the funniest guy in the world with the way he just like tweets now, just because you can just tell the guy just being himself.
Oh, speaking about John Jones, sorry, I'm gonna jump.
Wait, Darren Till is fucking funny,
dude, hilarious, right? I'm sitting there like, I'm like, man, this guy's like literally the funniest guy. And then I messaged him to be on my show. I was like, you know what? Let me just slide in his DM, see if he says yeah. And he was just like, oh yeah, for sure, brother, I'm down. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. And he was like, just literally like the coolest guy. And you're like, man, you don't realize those type of things.
So is that the move with Darren Till? Just slide in the DMs? Because we haven't. I don't think we haven't even tried him.
And he was like, yeah, I'm down. Come on, let me know. And then like he missed the first show because we got messed up with the time zones. But then he's like, don't worry, this time I'm staying up no matter what time it is. Let me know. I'm on. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like,
so let's segue into that. Fuck John Jones for now. You have a show. Can you give us? Stan's been telling me about it. I gotta watch it. I heard you got something up my alley.
Come on, dude. You got me on this show, and you don't know nothing about my show.
That's how Dennis doesn't even know.
Dude, I'm having you talk about it on my show, you nitty.
In Dennis's defense, Dennis doesn't even know much about fighting, other than how to fight. He doesn't know about like
a segue to talk about to like plug your stuff, you ninny.
No, I'm just messing around. No, but yeah, it's like more of a trivia game show where like we'll sit there and talk about the fights coming up soon. But then we had like 2 contestants with usually 2 good fighters. We've had some big names on the show, but then we'll just do like random trivia stuff. Usually it's like a bunch of memes. So like I'll do a bunch of the guy fighters and I'll put girl filters on them, and if the first person know who it is, they win. Yeah, it's real fun. And then usually at the end, whoever loses, they have to do like a challenge. And then when I had Ali against Gilbert Burns lost, and his challenge was he just had to randomly tweet John Jones will lose to Israel Adesanya, and he had to tag both of them. And like, and you can't say that there was a reason for doing it. Dude, he literally got so many freaking people retweeting it and talking trash to him about it. And I was like, oh man, this one blew up. For tomorrow's show, I got Paul Felder against Dustin Poirier. And then the losing tweet challenge is going to be hilarious. The loser has to tweet, I don't know why I think it's just so funny, but the loser has to tweet, "Man, I hate Robert Whitaker." Like Robert Whitaker's the nicest guy in the world. He's probably gonna be like, "What do you like? Why? Why would you hate me for it?"
Oh, that'd be such a tough one.
Dude,
That's
right?
so
It's so
tough.
funny though. It's gonna be so funny because Robert Whitaker's gonna be like, "What, brother? Why?"
Robert Whitaker's gonna see that and be like, "What? What?"
Dude, it's literally gonna be the most funniest thing in the world. Like, that's the thing. Like, I want to make it fun where you guys got guys on the show where it's not more of an interview format. Where like you guys make it more nonchalant, where it's like just more chilling and talking. But when you have those guys on shows and it's like the same question: "How's camp going? How's this going? How's that going?"
Yeah.
Fighters get bored with that type of thing. I feel like the game show aspect like makes it a little fun for guys and makes them want to come on the show.
Bro,
So
wait.
How much?
My favorite
Fuck you,
thing,
Stan.
my favorite
shit out of
thing
you.
was you got to go find something. When you make people get up and go look for whatever they got, that's my favorite part of the show.
But then that gets harder when guys are like, when I had Darren Till on the show, he was driving, and then Gilbert Burns was at the gym. So it's like when I did that part, I was like, now I got to start asking guys, "Joe, are you at the house or are you at the gym?" Because it's like harder to make those things. That's the hardest thing about
Or
the show, like
they fucked up that day. That's if you go on Jeopardy and you didn't learn that category, you fucked up that day.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is, how much preparation goes into each show? All right, you're not trying to do the same thing every show. You're trying to be creative and switch it up, and with different things. How much?
Yeah.
Is it you're just driving? You think of it, you're like, "Oh shit, let me jot that down," or you just off the top of your head?
Yeah, a lot of it is I'll sit there, write in my notes, and then I'll sit there and like I'll usually like run it by my brother. I'm like, "Yo, you think this is funny or not funny?" And then it's just like coming up with just like different ideas. Like I'll sit there and ask some guys like, "What do you think is a good idea?" Like mostly my brothers most of the time. I'm like, "Give me category ideas or other ideas," and then I'll see what works because I did like 5 or 6 shows and I've changed up the categories a lot. So I feel like what categories work most, which ones are like the funnest. I feel like, and it's fun just making the pictures. I think a lot because you put the filters on them and it makes just a lot funner. So like when the guys will see it, and then you don't have to go through that. Like a lot of the time when I'm closer with the guys, like I had CM Punk and Brandon Allen, they're like teammates of mine. So like I'll message them like, "Yo, what sports do you watch? Do you watch like football?"
You can get more specific.
Yeah, and then Brendan Allen literally doesn't watch no sports. He's like, "Yeah, I used to watch NFL in 1997." I was like, what does that even mean? Like, you want me to give you questions from 1997? I was like, all right. So I just had to keep all of them more specific toward MMA. So then I just started doing easier questions like pictures and stuff like that because you don't know which guy wants to pay attention, what kind of things they know about. And then I'm not giving them any freaking prizes. So like,
Right.
you don't want them to come on the show and just be like just not saying anything, not excited about it.
Right. So can you hit me and Stan best out of 5 right now?
If I had my pictures on me, I do. I'm making my pictures for tomorrow.
Is it all pictures or
No, a lot of
are
it
there
is
questions?
Like, there's questions. I have questions on there, so I have like either trivia questions, or like I'll say fun facts about a certain guy, and then who's the guy. And then tomorrow's game show, I'm doing it's like the category is Last Dance, so it's like this guy's retirement fight. Who is this guy's last retirement fight? So I'm coming up with those questions right now. And then there's another one where it's like find this. So you have 30 seconds. First person to come back and find this wins. So like I'll say like find a sponge. So like right away you're supposed to run with your phone, go get a sponge, and come back to the camera, show me you have a sponge.
Well, we can't. We can't run with our. Oh, so that's
if you have a phone or if you have if you have a computer. Like all right, you go quick, go run and grab something, and then you have to
come back to the
first person
computer.
Come back. Yeah.
all right. So me versus Stan right now, or
You guys would actually be good on the show. Like I'll put you guys on the show.
Well, the
I'll
show,
kick the shit out of Stan.
bro. The shows, I'd kill you in trivia. You'd get me in. You'd get
With
me
fighting.
You'd get me in.
It could be anything.
Bro.
You can do fight trivia.
Trivia or knowledge. Period. You would get me in entertainment with you like running and fucking slipping and falling and shit. One thing
You would slip and fall, you fat.
No.
fuck.
One thing I was dying about the other day. Who did we have on when you were soaking your feet? And you ran and you slipped and fell as you were running out of the room.
That was a couple months ago.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Who soaks their feet during a podcast? But you see how we're doing things here,
Well,
Belal.
hang on. At the time, I had I've had athlete's feet like nail fungus since like a senior in high school. I just got it fixed like 3 months ago. Over like a 6-month like time period.
See, that's why like
put that in your trivia show.
Fun fact: he's had an athlete's foot since 17. Who is it?
Or you could do which Menace?
Yeah. No.
Which Menace in the UFC? Had athlete's foot since he was a senior in high school.
Or you can give like
either me or Michael Johnson, right?
Or you can give a real trivia question and be like, he's the all-time takedown leader at featherweight, and he also has had athlete's foot since he was 17 years old.
Are you the takedown leader at featherweight?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, okay. You know what? I am going to put that in my category for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hang on. Nobody's going to get that. Nobody's going to get that. And everyone's going to think Chad Mendes.
I had like 5 or 6 clues. So like maybe the last clue would be like, he has his own podcast.
No.
Chad Mendes probably has his own podcast.
Chad Mendes? No, he doesn't.
Probably got some kind of fucking hunting podcast.
Okay, I'll say it's about a podcast not about hunting.
Because the thing is, with his psoriasis, people are like, oh yeah, I can go to your feet. What? Am I that funny right now?
Oh, this is funny. You're good.
Thank you.
It's just, that's how you need to do it, Belal. You need to be like the all-time takedown leader. He's also had athlete's foot since he was 17. It's now cured. It's now cured.
Yes, it is. It is.
And then be like, who is he?
I mean, if one of them get it, that would be hilarious. They'll be like, what?
Oh my God. Hang on, because I think I'm a tough person to get, especially because I'm not relevant anymore. You can throw in, I have 2 kids. This might get people Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest time to drink a liter of lemon juice through a straw.
That might give it away.
Yeah. It's right here.
No
dude.
way.
Let me show you.
Yeah, Menace.
How the heck do you get that?
That was the thing I wanted to say to you, Menace. You need to adjust your camera so that way that's in the picture again.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just...
Dude, I would wear that on my shirt. That's hot.
Is it backwards on the camera or?
Probably. Nah, it looks good.
No, it looks all right.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're over here, Guinness Book of World
Did you just randomly come up with that record, or?
No.
It's one of those, I was in the right place at the right time type deal. Shit, now it's all fucked up. I'm gonna knock down my tower of G. Oh, Lord!
What does right place at the right time mean when you're talking about drinking lemon juice through a straw?
Exactly that. He was brought in, right place, right time. The contest was made for someone else, and Dennis was brought in, and he just happened to be a professional athlete.
Oh, it was a contest?
Hey.
And the ringer. He was supposed to just be there, and some other guy, they were like, oh, this guy's going to win. This guy, Furious Pete. He's like a big YouTuber, video game guy. Furious Pete's his name.
Yeah, okay. Send him a link later, Stan.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell Belal the story. And then G Fuel arranged it. They're what would you call G Fuel? Not a energy drink. I guess an energy drink company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So they put on it, and they had a bunch of people there. I think they had Brittany Palmer. Did Brittany Palmer do the lemon juice, Menace?
Nah, she went back to the hotel room.
Yeah, she wasn't about that life. But Menace, they lined it up, and Dennis is a pro athlete, so he was like, I'm going to fucking win this.
Well, no, I was like, I'll do it as a joke. I'll take a few sips, spit it on the guy next to me, and then I did a countdown, Belal, and I said, you don't think I'm going to fucking bite down and give this hell? At all costs, just suck, you know?
How much lemon juice was it?
A liter.
Oh, a liter?
Yeah, which I had a liter of beer last night. I'm like, this is a lot.
Well, you got to tell the story right. He fucked up the first time, so he had to drink another liter.
What?
Well, yeah, I drank a liter, and like, you know, at the bottom of like a Solo cup, there's that like little rim.
Yeah.
So this bowl that I was drinking out of had that little rim. So like, I got to the bottom of the middle, and I was like, done. Like, what? Did I win? You know? And the guy looks, he's like, oh, there's still a little bit in there. Like, sorry, I can't accept your like whatever. I was like, what? Bullshit. Fill it back up. And
No way, really?
Yeah. So, because they had this award thing without my name there. It was in the room.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's now that I know I can do it, that's coming home with me, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how much time do I have to like before the next take? Like, well, we can't hang out here all day. I was like, can I have an hour? Like, no. I'm like, sick. So I'm like, do I go throw up? What do I do? How do I try to like, you know? And I thought about throwing up. I'm like, man, that might just acid on acid coming out might just destroy my whole shit, you know? So like, so I tried to take a dump. I think I got a little bit out, peed a little bit. And like after 20 minutes, like, all right, you ready? Like, it's now or never. I'm like, I guess. So I did it again, just like bit down, just like just one shot, try to gulp the whole thing. And I did it.
Wow.
I mean, my first time was 20 seconds. The second time was 22 seconds. But
That's nuts.
Guinness Book of World Records.
yeah. But I mean, wow, growing up, right? You've seen like in elementary school, you'd see the Guinness Book of World Records, right? At some point,
Yeah.
you're like, dude, like what? I could do something. I could do something to get in here.
Yeah.
And it just fell in my lap. I'm like, Dennis, you did say that when you were fucking 10 years old. You said you'd be in the, you know. So
Here's your moment, and like 8 Mile.
mm-hmm.
And he
Like, do they message you if like somebody beats it? Like, yo, somebody beat your record.
I get tweets and shit. I mean, maybe somebody did. I don't fucking know. I mean, all I know, like,
You got the
it's
certificate.
like
That's
if
all
you
that
won the
matters.
belt and then like retired, I guess, or didn't watch fighting. Someone would be like, someone else has a belt. Like,
yeah, you're like Frank
I
Sham.
do. So it's right here.
You're like Frank Shamrock back in the day. You're like, I got a bunch of UFC belts back here, but on to some fighting. One of the funny things that I got cut off with before with Menace was you giving Jared shit for liking Sean Brady's picture.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys had no loyalty. I'm sitting there like,
I would never.
yeah, I'm like, come on, Jared, what's up, bro? Like, you seriously doing it? But I feel bad because they're all like friends. Like Paul Felder's like was really hurt about this whole thing. Paul Felder's really close friends with Sean Brady, and he like messaged me like, bro, seriously, man, like, why do you guys have to fight each other? Like, all the 170 pounders have to be used to against each other. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, man, and they got me working that card, but they said I don't have to work that fight. They said I could go to the back during that fight. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, fighting's crazy. Look at Gilbert versus Usman right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, me and Sean are teammates, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But you guys are training together, though.
No, I never trained with Sean.
Oh, no? Okay.
No. Jared and Paul just know him from Philly, I guess, and the whole Gracie
Yeah, well, fuck
family.
him.
But yeah, I don't know him.
Never been on our show, so you know who's going to win that fight? Belal. All day. But even you're down in South Florida right now. Have you ever been to Florida before?
I've been to Florida. I just never trained down there before.
Okay. So how's H Kickboxing treating you? Or Sanford, whatever they call it at the moment.
Man, really nice, super nice gym. And then just crazy how much stuff they have here. Like literally we had a hard practice and then we went to the cold tub, hot tub, and like a body recovery room. They got that gym literally has everything you need. You don't have to know. It's kind of like the UFC PI, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah, I've seen.
They got a big room of good guys in there. So
Yeah.
I've seen Henry posting it on his Instagram, and the place looks amazing.
yeah, I'm looking at it like, man, this place is like you literally don't have to go nowhere else. Like it's all in one room. The biggest thing about me in Chicago is literally I have to drive from one gym to the next gym to the next gym. So it's like, oh, I get wrestling here, striking here, grappling here. So it's a lot of driving.
Which is sometimes cool, a little bit. Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
There's pros and cons to both. Because, like, when you're going to the same place every day, you're like, fuck. Like, this place, hard work happens here. Or, like, there's something here at one point that you're like, oh, that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Where maybe, on a striking day, a pad day, when you go in that building, you're like, all right, this is going to be nice. And like,
Yeah.
and jiu-jitsu over here, like, all right, I can mentally prepare to go there and grind. But if you have a one-stop shop, less driving, because sometimes the drive, you're like, fuck this. I don't feel like driving over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like it makes you tougher sometimes. And then also, like, for me, I like to do a lot of cross training. So I like to get different looks and go to different gyms. There's a lot of guys that are afraid to go to different places. Because, oh, man, they're going to see me, or they're going to look. What if they know how I fight, or they find something out about me? And I'm like, honestly, once you're in the UFC, like, people are going to sit there and watch your tapes. It's not going to be much that you could change or something that you're going to hide. So, like, for me, if I could go down here, like you said, get uncomfortable, spar with a bunch of other guys, train with a bunch of different looks, it makes me eat better for my fights. Like, if you're done a just tournament and you do a just tournament, you're like you do after one match, your arms are like dead, and like, because you're in that competition feeling where it's like you roll all the time, but like the fact that it's a tournament now, you're like, man, my body just feels like it's in a different zone. And
I'm
then,
shaking
like,
my head. Yes, I've never done it. I've done a jiu-jitsu match, but
okay,
I do understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah, like you're just in a different room, and then especially when you go into a different gym, like it's a different feeling of sparring or a different feeling of wrestling, where it's like now guys are gonna want to go a little harder with you because you're the UFC guy in my gym. Yep. But that's the cool thing about this gym actually is where like none of these guys had an ego, where like none of them wanted to prove themselves. When you go to gyms, the guys want to prove themselves against you or like go super hard. Like that was the cool thing about this gym. I like that none of these guys were actually like that. So it was cool. It was nice. And then you get to go with different guys and just different styles. So it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, for sure. I also like how I'm going to say H kickboxing or whatever, just because they like ease into sparring. Like I've gone with Gilbert Burns on like the third like light round, and I was like, this is a full blown fist fight, but but for the most part, it's nice and easy. What's that?
No, I had to cancel out a call. Yeah, I heard you now.
No, that's one point I've always made in every fight camp was to go somewhere a little bit uncomfortable. And, because the fight is going to be the opposite of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go somewhere where someone's, because when you're training your own gym, the coaches are looking out for you. Like, yo, no, go with him. Or, no, you're too new, whatever. Like, you'll get good rounds with him, whatever. You'll be safe. But, you go to another gym where people are like, who's this motherfucker? How long you here for? Okay. You know?
Exactly. And then when you're going with your same guys at your gym, you're this guy's style, how he punches,
right.
You both are like, hey, we went a little hard yesterday, so let's go lighter today. So you both have that like attitude with each other.
Yep.
And then it's just a lot different. And then when you go to a different gym, like you don't know how this guy spars, you don't know how this guy's style. And you just don't know it. It's kind of like a fight where you don't know what's gonna happen with this. So that's what I like about it. That's what's cool about it. And then I'm
getting
snowing in Chicago right now, and it's snowing in Chicago right now, so it's cool to be down here in the sun, in the freaking sun.
Yeah. So, real quick, what do you got, Stan?
Well, I was going to say also another thing. The other day, we were celebrating Belal getting moved back into the top 15 because they dropped out Leon Edwards. That lasted for like 18 hours, maybe, right?
It was literally like the fun. Like when I saw it, like I sat there. My boys messaged me like at 6 a.m. in the morning, like, "Oh, congrats, you're in the rankings." And I looked at it, I was like, "Leon Edwards not in there, dude. That ain't right." And then I had like my brothers text me, "Oh, we got in there. I told you we get it." I'm like, "Dude, Leon Edwards is out." Like, it was somebody else that was out, I would be more proud of it because there's a lot of guys that don't even belong in there. But Leon Edwards belongs in the rankings. Leon Edwards should be ranked. So like for me, I knew they were gonna put him back in there. I knew it was like unless they cut him. Like,
it's just
come back in there, and there was like
stunt.
and they used me literally as the pawn. They're probably like, yeah, who don't we care about? This guy's probably going to get excited about being in the rankings, but we'll take him out the next day anyway. So let him get happy for a day. They could have put anybody in there, but they chose me because they don't care about me.
But even you posted like, "Don't worry, Leon. I'll give you a chance to get your spot back," or something like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, like you'll sit there and have guys that'll say, "Oh man, I can't believe I made it to the rankings." Yada yada yada. And like I could have made one of those posts, but it was like I knew they were going to put Leon Edwards back in there once he got a fight. That's why I said I didn't care. If I could get a fight out of it, yo, Leon, you want your ranking back? Come and get it.
I mean, I called that. I knew that was the best fitting fight, was him versus Chimaev.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like for him, honestly, it's a dumb fight because you're like, he has really nothing to gain from it. If he fought like. Nope. He'll gain more attention from it because everybody wants to know this Chimaev guy. But
yeah, so there is something to gain from it.
No, yeah, he's going to call his shot, I think, next fight. This is...
Yeah, but it's like... But Chimaev's the worst matchup for him than Wonderboy, I think.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's not going to win the fight. Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to win.
Well, I don't think he's going to.
You think Leon loses?
I think Leon loses.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Chimaev will take him down.
Chimaev's going to
down the whole round.
Grind him out.
Gunnar Nelson held Leon Edwards down when they fought. And you saw, like, he was getting frustrated when Gunnar Nelson was on top of him. What do you think this Russian's going to do? The only thing I think is plays a factor in is the 5 rounds. See how Chimaev lasts when he gets 5 rounds. And if Leon Edwards plays a little smarter the first couple rounds, doesn't get hurt, because Chimaev comes out like a freaking truck.
What if Chimaev takes him out in the first round? That'd be insane.
Yeah, that mean.
I'd be like, give this man a title right now.
Yeah, but that's the thing, too. Like, he really, like, you saw the first guy fought Phillips, where literally has 0 takedown defense ever. The worst I've ever seen in my life. And then his last fight, Phillips got taken down by the Asian guy with ease. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Asian guy broke a record for ground and pound strikes. And you're like, oh, well, is this Asian guy the Asian Chimaev? But, like, the thing for Chimaev, beating Gerald Meerschaert, he's my teammate. Gerald Meerschaert is, like, literally one of the best well-rounded guys I know. And for, like, literally just to catch him that early, where you could say everything worked well for him that fight, because it's a fight, so all it takes is one punch.
Right.
It's like you really couldn't get a good read of how good Chimaev really is, because, I mean, he landed one punch. So you could say, oh, this is the next coming of Mike Tyson and Khabib. Or you could say, man, this guy, he just landed the punch in the right moment at the right time. And let's really see how good he is if he gets past his first round. Like, you can't really tell how good he is until he does one full round in the UFC. I think, again, like, against a tough guy. Like, the first 2 guys don't really count. Gerald was a real test, but, like, you just caught him one punch, and anybody can get caught. All it takes is one punch in the right spot, and you're out.
This is true. Cardio is always the question for anybody, especially at the top level. But this guy Chimaev, everyone's saying he's legit.
Yeah, the UFC is pretty good at putting all their ducks on, like, yep, this guy is him, and we're going to promote him. The only person that they sucked with that was Sage Northcutt, but, like, I saw right through that shit. I'm like, he's just muscular.
Oh my god, even that. Have you guys seen Sage Northcutt recently?
No, what is he, 300 pounds?
Of HGH or whatever the fuck he's on. He looks tremendous. He has, like, the big jaw now. He's, like, sauced out of his face.
Really?
Yeah.
He's always
is he still fighting at 170?
Crazy.
He's always been jacked, but right now he looks way extra.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, he almost died his last fight, right?
Yeah, the Andre Kuzmo.
So the only thing he can really do is, like, lift.
Get tremendous.
I think he broke a lot of bones in his face. So
I love how Stan was like, "That's not right. They shouldn't have put him against him." I'm like, "What are you talking about? They're giving the dude so much damn money. They should put him against a fucking lion."
I'm saying they shouldn't have gave him Kuzmo if they wanted him to win. If they wanted to build up and come to America and market him, they gave him a guy that it's like
they use his like likability. Like, yo, we got some real people here.
They gave him a fight. Like,
I can see that too.
Oh, you do karate?
Once you're getting to that point where you're getting paid that much money, like even guys in the UFC where like a Chris Weidman or like Anthony Pettis, when they're like on a little losing streak, but you have to keep giving them high range guys. They don't get no easy fights because they had the title before and they're at that pay scale. But you're like, dude, let them get a couple wins. Let them build up again. But they're like, no, we're paying them this much money.
Yeah.
We're going to keep giving them these freaking monsters. And you're like, dude, this guy can't catch a break. It's same. I feel like even with like Darren Till, like I don't think Darren Till's had an easy fight in his last 4. And he's had some, I mean, he's had some good fights, but you're like, once you get that pay scale, like none of your fights are easy. They're not going to let you build up to knocking people out easily again. Well, you're not going to get those finishes.
Even we could say Philip sucks, the guy who Chimaev fought. There are very few, if any, easy fights in the UFC.
Phillips is an easy fight.
Phillips is an easy fight for Chimaev. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's a few easy fights, possibly, but for the most part, All right, I think we lost Menace, but we'll see if he comes back. But even we could segue into Khabib, something that we didn't touch on because we started a little late, but Khabib retiring, your fellow Muslim brother. So that's obviously a big thing as Khabib is Khabib, but you being a Muslim as well, he's the guy. That's someone you look up to.
Honestly, like, it's one of those where, like, he's like a role model to so many people. And, like, even people that probably never watched fighting, like, he brought so many eyes to the game just because how much of a Muslim he is and how much he brings his religion into the fighting with them. So, like, Khabib. And then where you guys got like John Jones, who, I should be pound for pound. Like, literally, like, seeing him the last couple of days, it's like, I'm looking at like, man, is this guy really that butthurt that Khabib got the pound for pound number one thing?
Which
but,
is,
like, when you add
it's apples and oranges, pound for pound.
Yeah, like, not
it's a fairy tale.
In general don't make no sense.
Yes,
like, rankings in general don't make sense. But like for Khabib, like, he just retired. He just said he retired. He said his goal was to be the pound for pound. Let him have his shine for a week at least.
Okay.
You're going to be the pound for pound next week when Khabib officially retires and they take him out of the ranking. So, like, relax. Like, you're just showing, like, you're acting like a little brat. Like, I did this.
But
this.
How do you really feel about it, though? Is Khabib the pound for pound in your eyes, or is John Jones?
If you're looking at it in professional athlete altogether, like, Khabib's never lost a round, and he's never gotten hurt. He's never had any problem with PDDs. John Jones had like 3 or 4 close fights where people could say, he lost this or he lost that against some tough guys. And just the last 3 guys that Khabib finished were a lot tougher than John Jones' last 4 guys. And even John Jones, where you guys say he was so dominant in his early days, but like, if you really think about it, he's fighting guys that were like on their way out when he dominated. Rampage,
there are some great arguments for sure.
Yeah, and then when you go to outside of fighting aspect of it, where Khabib's never had done anything wrong, and you've had John Jones in a lot of crazy situations where you're like, well, when you say pound for pound, is it pound for pound just in fighting or pound for pound and professional athlete?
Yeah, like Muhammad,
bring it all to
like pound for pound, like all-time great Muhammad Ali status, like where you transcended racial lines and shit like that and blah, 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 or best in fighting. Or even role model. Like John Jones isn't putting out the best, but he is the best. Yeah. He's probably the best in fighting.
Yeah. John Jones?
Overall, I think Khabib's a specialist.
But if you're looking at it as in like, if I got a 6'6" Khabib against a 6'6" John Jones, who's winning?
Exactly, that's the question. That's also the thing. You can't really do pound for pound, or you can, but like you have to come up with a criteria. Khabib, though, is the greatest lightweight of all time, 100%.
Yeah, but like if you look at Khabib, he's walking through punches of guys. What is John Jones going to do? The side kick? I mean, if we're talking about if they're both fighting each other, same weight, same size, the way Khabib's style is, he comes at you hard. I think attributes-wise, Khabib's wrestling better than John Jones. If you think about like attributes, like if you're looking at a video game, Khabib's wrestling is better than John Jones. Wrestling.
MMA wrestling or wrestling?
MMA wrestling.
Close. I think John Jones is...
John Jones got taken down by Gustafsson.
Yeah. Khabib got taken down by Abel Trujillo.
No, he didn't.
Khabib got taken down by Abel Trujillo and someone else. I took Khabib down.
He's not got taken down by Abel Trujillo, did he?
Yeah.
Abel was a good wrestler.
I mean, Abel Trujillo took down Khabib? I don't think so.
I'll
put the record on Abel. Abel got taken down like 25 times.
Yeah.
What's his face took me down? I got taken down by lesser guys, but because I was anticipating a stand-up fight. When John Jones fought Gustafsson, he was expecting kickboxing, like stand-up kickboxing.
Abel took him down, and I think T-Bow might have took him down, but he popped right back up.
Well, I'll give you that.
But
both those guys are better wrestlers than Gustafsson.
But Abel did take him down, and then Khabib went, so you want to wrestle? And then took him down like 20-something times.
John Jones took down Daniel Cormier.
That was the only time he got ever taken down in the UFC.
Yeah, but
And
Multiple
wait,
times.
and Gustafsson surprised John Jones.
That's what I'm hit. That's where I'm coming from. And
Yeah.
I got taken down by what's his face? The vegan fucking.
Gustafsson also took down
The
DC. Andre Feely.
I got taken down by Feely
Billy took you down? Come on, dude.
a couple times. He just
Billy's
Snuck
actually
me.
good at sneaking in those takedowns.
But-
His last fight
Yeah.
against Jourdain, like he was taking him down with ease. I was like, why don't you take him down earlier? Like he made it a striking war.
That was a good fight, him versus Jardine.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. I was surprised by that.
But Feely,
he's fighting this weekend, right? Against Mitchell.
Feely is, yeah, that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
Bryce,
Bro,
that's a good one.
the way
How's
Mitchell
that go?
the way Mitchell made Charles Rosa look, it was
I
like
know. If Mitchell takes down, I would imagine he taps him out, right?
But Mitchell's stand-up is so trash. Like literally,
Trash.
Charles Rosa hit him with a head kick.
Yeah,
But Charles Rosa probably didn't know that he hit him with a head kick because his strike is so bad. But
his ground game
like,
looked really good.
his ground game looked good against them. But I don't know. I think Feely's going to be smarter at because Feely switches stances a lot. He's good on the outside. He's a lot longer than him, I think.
Yeah.
And Bryce Mitchell gets hit a lot, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Feely's also
gets it clean.
he's also a piano belt pizza slice belt in jiu-jitsu.
What?
Doesn't he have like a piano belt with like pizza pepperoni slices on it or some shit?
Oh, Feely?
Yeah.
That's his rank in jiu-jitsu. That's how they do it in I believe it's jiu-jitsu. Joe
I mean, and he
Did
trains
you
at
get
Alphaville, so
piano?
he's dealing with wrestlers.
Joe Benavidez, I think, is his jiu-jitsu coach. Or
No, he's not.
No,
But
he's
he just trains
not.
in Vegas now.
I think Joe
They got Holdsworth now.
it's either Holdsworth or Benavidez. Benavidez had
It's Holdsworth.
Benavidez
Holdsworth, and
Wait,
then
wait.
there's
Benavidez had something to do with it. Him getting the piano.
I just think it was I think it's just a joke. Those guys are like jokesters.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what it
Yeah,
was.
I think Feely wins this one. I've watched Mitchell fight outside of the UFC against lesser guys that I know, and like he went to war with them because he couldn't take them down. So if he can't take Feely down, I think it's I mean, even against Rosa was like just accepting the takedown. It's not like he had Khabib takedowns against Rosa. Rosa was just falling down to his back.
yeah,
That was
I mean, he
tough
controlled
for
him on
me
the
to
ground.
stand.
yeah. We like Rosa. Rosa's our
We
boy.
had
here.
Rosa on the show like 2 weeks before. He's
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm a black belt with like a higher jiu-jitsu guy than this guy's black belt. Like this guy's not gonna touch me. And then we're like, we didn't stand like double down. Like, yep, he said it. Like he's got this. Like I felt the confidence. And then we watch it. We're
Yeah.
like, what's happening right now?
It's actually a good card. Bobby Greene is back this weekend as well.
Yeah.
Dude, he's literally gonna have 4 fights in June. That's crazy.
And
Bobby Greene.
yeah,
Yeah, Bobby Greene.
and he was retired going into
But that's how
2020.
crazy it switches, right? I tell people it's all about momentum. It's literally 4 fights, 4-fight win streak, and now he probably get into rankings if he wins this one. And you're like, dang, you're taking advantage of this COVID. And I think Kevin Holland's on his card too, ain't he?
Kevin Holland
I
is
think
on
this
this
is like
card
his
as
third
well.
or fourth fight.
We got Bobby Greene versus Thiago Moises, Greg Hart.
Who's in the card right now, Stan?
So we'll go Bobby Greene versus Thiago Moises. I'm gonna go Bobby
Yeah, I
Greene
got
in that
Bobby
one
all day.
all day.
I mean, Moises looked
Dude's
good
like
against
legit gangster.
he caught that leg lock on what's it called? That was a pretty sick leg lock on Michael Johnson.
Yeah, didn't Michael Johnson drop him right before it, or had him in trouble right before it?
I think
too?
Michael Johnson killed him the whole first round. And the
Yeah,
second round, dude just pulled guard and
Just
caught
got-
him a leg lock.
yeah,
I think Michael Johnson's in like a dark place right now.
yeah.
You think so?
I hit
Yeah,
him
I mean,
up.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, I'm just, you know how it is. I'm just like, it's just, you know, MMA. I'm in this dark place and just doing. I'm like, what? You want like, dude? I'll talk with you. Like, I've been there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people don't understand. Literally, it's like the highest of highs when you're winning. But when you lose, like,
and he said that in other words in the text. Yeah.
yeah, like nobody really knows what you're going through too. Like even in your family too. Like that, like you want to sit there and put on a good face, whatever. Like when you lose, you're like, man, I need to get this fight back. But then you're like, you start thinking, man, what if I lose 2 in a row? Then once you get that 2 in a row, you're like, damn, if I lose one more, man,
I'm out.
What's next? Yeah, I'm out. There's no way.
And then you lose that one. You're like, for me, I lost the 3, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, if I lose this one, I'm out. I lost the 4th. I was like, I
Yeah,
need to
what-
retire. And
yeah,
then
what's left?
Well, and then I went through some, like, I retired in my head after my fourth loss. Like, I'm done with this shit. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I went through some shit in my life, like a breakup, and I was like, I need to fight. Someone needs to get hurt.
Yeah. But that's how it turns, though. Like, you sit there thinking, I never, like, literally after my first loss ever, I'm like, man, I'm done fighting. Like, I'm not good enough if you lose one fight.
Mine
like,
too.
You're sitting there, right? You think you suck, and you're like,
I was 4-0 amateur, all finishes, 7-0 pro, and then I lost to Drew Fickett. I didn't know who he was at the time. Do you know who Drew
yeah,
Fickett?
I know who that is. Yeah.
Didn't know who he was at the time. I lose to him, but like he had me in a rear naked choke, but like wasn't choking me. But I tapped because I just didn't want to get hurt because where I was fighting, the organization I was fighting was like they owed fighters from the last card money, and like there was no ambulance there. So I was like, I already made 15 grand. And I tapped, and I was like, what the I was so fucking mad at myself because I dropped him. Bang.
Yeah.
He drops down. He called me down. I'm like, what? Like, I'm gonna fuck you up now. And I went right into his shit. Like,
did you?
Yeah. Hang on.
Wow.
It was the Shine fights, where it was a 3-night tournament, fight tournament.
Yeah.
And I got him in the semis. I beat Shannon Gergety in the first round.
And wait,
everyone I'm fighting is like 26 and 10, and I'm like, what?
Menace was on Menace had some fights, but he was like jiu-jitsu day 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's funny.
Jiu-jitsu, like the guys I was training with, like my wrestling was better than their jiu-jitsu, so it just didn't work on me. So like, dude, you gotta learn this triangles, and I'm like, you can't do it to me, so
yeah.
Why do I need to? Like, you hit it on me when I didn't know anything. Now I know how not to get into them, so why do I need to?
Drew Fickett.
There's levels. It's like there's levels to this shit. You know?
Drew Fickett waved you on, and you were like, "Oh, you just fucked up."
I just knocked you down. I'm gonna kill you now.
You are so stupid.
Yeah.
That was a very low.
People were like, "Yo, why'd you go to his guard? Like that dude, like knocked out Josh Koscheck." I was like, "What?" Josh Koscheck was my hero.
That was Koscheck's first loss.
Josh Koscheck was killing him, and then he like flying kneed him in like the third.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. So I was like, dude, my first loss is to someone who
wait. Didn't Koscheck
like I could let that.
Koscheck's first loss was in the UFC.
That was Koscheck's first loss in the UFC. Yeah, Drew Fickett.
Oh, that was in the UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
We need to get Drew Fickett on the show.
I've tried to find him. He is a ghost.
Well, I think he's like a newborn like Christian.
Probably.
I know he went down like a road of like drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, he had a real dirtbag life.
Like,
oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's a pioneer fighter. All of them did that, right? Like,
and I'm not saying dirtbag.
All those guys. Like,
I'm not saying dirtbag in the worst way. I'm saying dirtbag in just had some trials and tribulations, if you will.
No, I call Jared a dirtbag all the time.
Jared Gordon-esque, yes.
Well, yeah. Jared's like he was fighting with, when these guys first started fighting,
Yeah, he tells me about a tournament he did in Mexico. It was like a one-day tournament. He said, yeah, I won like $10,000 or something, and they never paid me. He said he won it.
Who?
They never gave him a check.
Team USA.
Yeah.
Never
got paid. I was like, wow.
Pro Cop was on that too, right? Yeah. Jared did win.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, he did a tournament. Like, I fought in Mexico. That was supposed to be my pro debut. I went down there. Literally, they didn't have an opponent for me. So I was literally down there. Then they were like, oh, we're bringing them in tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And then literally, it's my first pro fight. I'm in Mexico, so I'm like excited about it. And then literally, I won by TKO. And then the guy was like, oh, we're going to take you to the airport now. Do you want what money I have in my pocket? Or do you want me to, I'll just send you $800 in the mail. And I was like, how much do you have in your pocket? He said, oh, I got like 150. I was like, well, I'll just wait for the $800 then. And the guy never sent me the $800. And it never went on my record. I was like, it's literally the worst freaking promotion ever. But it was cool because I got a free trip to Mexico. Yeah.
Because how old were you?
I was 21.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I was like, it was cool, the whole situation. But then now you're thinking about it, like, man, I really could use that TKO on my record.
Well, no, you know what gets me kind of jazzed up is, I said it, jazzed up, is the fights that get in the house and in the house don't count on your record.
Yeah, that's
I fought high-end dudes. What do you mean?
To get in one of my guys, he fought in the Mexico Ultimate Fighter, and he has like 3 knockouts on the show, and they don't put it on his record. I'm like, man, we were just.
I put them on mine. I had them on.
Dude.
Yeah, Menace has
I would do that.
I mean, it says,
those are real
17
fights.
And
a big win, a Jimmy Rivera TKO.
Yeah. That was a good fight on the show, right?
Yeah.
That was TKO on the show?
Denied the man early access.
Oh, nice.
I remember we watched that, like Menace had the whole Long Island MMA team go watch that at like Miller's Ale House. And he got fucked up the first round.
Everyone's in there looking at me like,
there's no way.
Why are we here? You're getting fucking cremated. I'm just like.
So wait, Belal, you know The Ultimate Fighter. I watched this fight, and after the first round, I'm like, oh, so Dennis loses this fight and comes back later in the season because someone gets hurt? Like,
yeah.
He doesn't win this fight, But he came.
When you got out of the house, you didn't tell nobody, or did you like sneak and tell like a couple of your close friends?
Well, so
allegedly, hypothetically.
Yeah, my buddy. I get back to the gym. You know Ryan LaFleur, right?
Yeah.
He's like, so how'd you do? And I'm like, I did all right. He's like, how'd you do? I'm like, pretty good. He's like, you won, didn't you? I was like, I don't know. And I did like a smile. He's like, you're in the finals, aren't you? And I'm like, dude, I'm pretty easy to read. Like, they know me because they met me. Like, I would come back like ready to commit suicide if it wasn't,
Yeah.
I wasn't in the finals,
But don't you got to tell your team that, we're training for the finals? Or do they like, we're
I think, no, they tell you that. It's just like, don't go on Twitter and be like, I'm in the finals. Don't go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or don't tell anyone that will do that,
Yeah. That would be grand if you told somebody and they're like, hey, guess what? I got the inside scoop. I know what's happening.
Yeah. Which I think it somehow leaks eventually.
So here. Go ahead,
What we got for the next fight?
I was just going to say, 34-minute segue into the number 2 fight on the card. Maurice Greene versus Greg Hardy. So now Greg Hardy should win this fight on athleticism. Maurice Greene is that guy that Vellante was killing.
I know, I saw.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, right?
Literally, I'm like, come on. Vellante's such a cool guy, and I'm like, man, I wanted to see him win just because he's so cool.
Yeah, we were pulling hard for Vellante in that fight.
But Belal, you know how it is. You lose a fight, like you are not trying to hear from anybody. Like I almost wanted, like Gion's one of my boys, but I just know it's a weird. I gotta wait probably a year before I'm like. Remember when you gave up to fucking triangle on the ground? You can't. It's still. He needs to have a couple more fights before I'm like. Remember you lost that fucking scrub that you were killing? All you had to do is
he needs to win. He needs to win one before you can bring that up.
Yeah,
that's like the whole.
Going to heavyweight.
But wait a minute, that is a move though. Belal, I don't know. I think we talked about it. He's never caught you, but that is Ali Abdelaziz's move.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that's literally when I first started rolling with him, and he'll literally try that on me all the time. I'm like, what is he doing? And then I'll see him hitting other guys in a roll, and I'm like, so I'm wondering what when he first did it to me, I'm like, does he think I'm a scrub? When he tried it, I was like, all right, you're never gonna catch me with this. But then a lot of when that happened, everybody started posting it like, oh, he caught me, like all these big names, Gastelum, all these guys, and Ali's like, yeah, say the truth, guys, say the truth. And he has all in a group chat, like all of his dominance fighters. It's like we're all on a group chat and WhatsApp with big Frank Yeager and everybody, and he'll post it on there like, hey guys, I know you guys saw that submission. Admit who did it. Admit who did it first. And then all of them are on it, oh man, that's your move. So it's so funny.
Yeah, but that Maurice Greene is on UFC being like, it brings me a lot of pride to be the second guy in the UFC to pull off the submission. Yeah, because the fucking submission doesn't really work.
Yeah.
The reason why I work is if you take a break and someone locks it in tight and you're like, oh, what? Uh-oh, too late to readjust.
Yeah, like it didn't make no sense. And I'm like, come on.
Don't you have to have your chin like over their shoulder, like chilling, where they're like, all right.
Well, Vellante tapped more to exhaustion in that fight.
That's what I think.
A bad spot.
Yeah.
He probably was in a bad spot getting choked, but like he could have almost like sat on his hip and took all the pressure off.
What I tell people is like
Belal could definitely attest to this. Like when you're in a fight and someone wraps their arms around your neck, and they don't even have to have it. Your energy gets like, you get very panicky where like, shit, the fight could end right now. And like this like surge of panic, even though you're actually not choking at the moment, happens and it fucks your shit up. Belal, am I wrong here?
Yeah, no, you're right. And then
unless like a guy's got your back and you're like, all right, I'm good here. I know I'm good here. But like when they get it, only your chin's blocking, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. And then when you're tired in there, like people don't know how like when you're ever that's the worst fear for me ever. Like I don't even care about getting knocked out, getting split open, like just being tired in the cage. Like when I was an amateur, like all I would do was lift weights. I was literally like a bodybuilder. And then, like, I had an amateur fight where, like, I was literally gassed out after the first round. I couldn't even lift my arms because I just had so much muscle on me. And I'm like, dude, I'm never lifting weights again. All I'm doing is cardio from now on. Like, I literally just, like, laid on the guy. It was, like, probably the most boring fight I ever had in my life. Where I just, like, grabbed the guy and took him down. I was just, like, lay on him just because I couldn't even move my arms. And I was like, man, I never want to have that feeling again.
Yeah. That's the only thing you can control in a fight.
Yeah.
Is your cardio.
That's something that's something I've seen Menace get, I guess you could say, mad about many times. Like he'll see someone he knows lose, or just even watch a fight where he's rooting for a guy, and if their cardio falters and fails, he goes, what the fuck? You know, that's the one thing that as a fighter.
Same token, Belal can contest this. You get punched in the body, or you get dropped, or you get put in one of these chokes. I try to relate it to like a Tekken or Mortal Kombat. Like your bar's this much, you get dropped, you're at 50% gas. And it could be within like the first minute. You get dropped to a body shot, you're like at a quarter gas that you now have to make work until you could fucking get back to your corner and make it happen again. You know? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like that power meter is literally going down. You're like, and then people don't understand. Like when you like, oh man, they got the sissy. He dropped to a body shot. I'm like, dude, if you get hit in the right spot, like there's literally nothing you could. You can't control it. Like you just break.
I don't know if it's happened to me or not, but do you know Chris Algieri?
Yeah, I know that guy.
He body shotted me one time sparring, and I just held my breath because there was no air there anyways. I took 2 hard steps forward, praying that he didn't return more fire, and he like circled that, and I was like, oh. Because if he threw anything else, I would have just been like, but I've watched people get punched and just like, I don't know what that has to, if I didn't get hit in the right spot or.
Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about body shots, Belal, this might be the last time I see you virtually. Menace might be looking for a new co-host soon, because I don't know if you saw Belal. I made a very poor bet. You're lucky that Muslims don't drink alcohol, because I drank one too many Great South Bays, and I made a bet with Tyrone Spong about a body shot. I took Justin Gaethje. I just thought he would be the perfect storm. I thought, Khabib, you can't win every one. I guess you can, Khabib. You fucking did it.
I tried to give you like odds to it, like.
And here, no. Tyrone. Well, Belal, have you ever drank before? Or you never drink as a Muslim? So most beers are whatever
5%.
Most beers are 4%, right?
4.5.
4.5%. So these other beers that I had were more powerful. So I drank
8.5.
I drank 2 of them, and then just was like, Tyrone Spong, body shot, be great content, Instagram, be awesome. And then I started thinking about it. I texted Menace like, yo, I'm having real anxiety about this. Like usually I'll place a bet on a fight and it'll give me that little buzz, like, oh, I want to watch this fight. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I was watching Khabib Gaethje with my health on the line. Like Tyrone Spong, body shot. I'm not gonna it's not going to go well. So,
well, Tyrone also, because I tried like, hey, Tyrone, when you punch him,
and I told you to shut up.
like, punch him in the organs, not in the ribs. And he's like, "No, your friends will be pissing blood." I was like,
I was gonna say he seems like the type of guy that won't take it nice. Like, oh, okay,
oh no,
you guys are recording it too. I'm gonna go serious.
Super nice, but he's gonna go serious and hard. He's like, I'm going to let you with a smile. I'm going to let you know you're going to piss blood. Like you're gonna get fucked up. All right. I made a bad bet, but
what was amazing is he accepted the bet before Stan finished it. He's like, Tyrone, if Gaethje wins, I buy a shot you. And then he goes, "Yep,
done."
Yep. And Stan's like, I didn't fit. If
only I was witty enough to switch it to "I get your car," or something like that. Like if
hang on, I think he still would have been like, "Yep."
If Justin, no, but I could have. I said if Justin.
I know he still would have said, "Yep."
When do you got to take this body shot?
When I get down to Florida. So I'm going to try to segue it into maybe we can get Menace down there. We got to see what the COVID protocols, or worst case, I'm just going to shoot down there and die. Luckily, you've seen this facilities, Sanford MMA. Hopefully, they got some doctors there and some.
I was thinking it'd be good if Stan did it in front of a hospital.
Sanford MMA is a hospital. They got
that is a good point. Yeah,
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, they had physical therapists in there. Yeah.
I think Stan might need more of a physical therapist.
But they might be able to recommend if I need to go to the hospital.
Or a quick call, like, this man's down, bad.
Yeah.
Or just like a quick body shot and then stand in front of the x-ray machine and see if anything broke.
But
wow.
And then, all right, you're good.
Imagine a realm where I'm like Homer Simpson and he hits me and I go, Which
that's all you got?
Man.
If he hits me in the rib, I'm going down because that's just what's. And here's the thing too.
Hang on, so Stan, you've thought about this. Like, what's the move for you? Just be as tough as possible, or do you try to fade away from it? Do you try to meet it? Do you?
No, I'm gonna.
As he punches you, do you go with it?
I'm gonna. Hopefully he doesn't go like this, because I'm gonna ask him for the same thing I've always asked for you: is let me go here. And just elbows on my ribs and cover my ribs, and you could hit my organs. Just give me this.
Ooh. Is it with a glove on or no glove?
We haven't discussed this.
Touche.
I'm saying
that's a good one.
It's up to Tyrone's mercy. At that point, we didn't discuss it.
We didn't. Well, which means you could be like, obviously, I was talking about 18-ounce glove, Tyrone.
No, I brought these 20 ounces for you.
Yeah, custom Menace the Man gloves. See
these big, those Rock'em Sock'em big blow up. Here you go. Tyrone.
I just threw the ones out that I had for the boys.
One to the stomach.
I never really used them.
One to the stomach, Tyrone. Go. But nah, I'll live. But horrible bet. I thought Justin Gaethje would do more. Khabib, like Menace, you were in the bathroom when we started talking about Khabib. That was the best I've ever seen him look.
Yeah, and he had a broken foot, right?
I had a broken foot.
But also, when you look at it, it's like Gaethje wasn't himself. Where he was overthinking.
I said that.
Where he was literally in a wrestling stance, and I'm like, Gaethje doesn't fight like that, and Gaethje doesn't back up. And when you're backing up in a fight, like that kills your cardio too. That right away that kills your cardio, especially if you're used to being the guy going forward. I thought Gaethje was gonna stand upright since his wrestling is so great and he's a good scrambler. All right, come out hard with your calf kicks. If he grabs it, you're good enough to scramble with it. And then make Khabib tired a little bit, because once you do that one takedown and he scrambles up to his feet, you're like, oh dang, you get tired being the guy that's taking him down. And then, but yeah, Gaethje just like his hands are down super low. He was thinking about the wrestling too much, and when you're thinking about the wrestling too much, that kills your cardio too a little bit. That's why I felt like he was so tired after that first round. But then also, man, you're thinking like, man, is this a huge chink in Gaethje's armor where you're like, is this ground really that bad? Because like, Khabib took him down, and, like he mounted him right away. And you're like, yo, he didn't mount McGregor. McGregor was able to hold off that whole first round, and like literally, like Gaethje just like playing down. He let him mount him, and then he got when you're hitting a mountain triangle on you. Like you do that to guys where you're like, all right, I'm gonna play with this guy a little bit. I'm gonna do a mountain triangle on him. So you're like,
we know McGregor is a brown belt. I don't know what Gaethje is. Gaethje showed blue belt at best against Khabib, or maybe even purple belt, and Khabib just showed high level, but nothing past. It wasn't. He looked lost on the ground. Granted, Khabib is a killer and looked so good. Gaethje had no answer once it hit the floor.
But it could also be one of those too, where it's like everybody before that Khabib fight was after they fought Khabib was like, man, once he touches you, once you feel how powerful he is, like you never felt it before. And it could have been like one of those, he got me. Like I felt like that was what Gaethje did. Like he got taken down, and instead of popping right back up, it was more so like, yeah, you got me, dude. Good takedown. And I'm like,
he didn't.
What are you doing? He
needed to pop right up. He went to all fours and let Khabib not let him, but Khabib sunk the hooks in him.
You know what Khabib's gonna do? Like most of the time, you have coaches who are like, yo, we don't train for the fighter, we train for ourselves to get better. But Khabib's the style you actually train for. So if you're having an 8-week camp, it's literally should be all for takedown defense or just getting off the floor without giving up your back. And I mean, obviously he has Trevor Whitman, who's probably like the smartest coach in the world, like really smart game planner, but it's like you can have the best game plan in the world, but once you're in there, you have to execute it. And I don't know what his game plan was, but it was just like, how good is your ground? Is your ground really that bad? Maybe Charlos Oliveira is the next big name right now in that division, because I think he's the only grappler now. But it opens up doors right now for like big name strikers and stuff, where there's not that one dominant guy up top where you're like, oh man, he could beat everybody. So like that division is open right now. I think it'd be cool to have a tournament or something like that. But to me, Charles Oliveira is like one of the guys
tournament.
There. Right? That makes the most sense, honestly. Like if you do McGregor Poirier, but if Poirier deserves the title shot and he deserves the title. But like if McGregor wins, McGregor's going to take that title and go fight Pacquiao. He's not going to defend that title. So then you're going to have to vacate that belt again. And you're like, what do we do now?
What they have,
I think you forget where you fight for. You're fighting for, the company you fight for is for fans and money.
But
so if the Conor can get the belt, they get a fucking shit ton of money.
And even Poirier's big too. Poirier's got a few million followers too.
But Dustin's or Connor's already has a win over him. I think they're like, all right, yeah, it could be close. Obviously, Dustin's changed a bunch of stuff, but if Conor fights him exactly like he fought him last time, I don't think Dustin wins.
No, but Dustin, I mean, he got caught with a hook last time. Dustin hasn't lost since then. The only person he lost to is Khabib. I feel like Dustin will come out a lot smarter this fight.
Did he lose to Michael Johnson?
No, that was before the what's called fight.
Before Khabib? No, because hang on.
Wait, what are you asking now?
Because Dustin fought. Was that 155 that Dustin? Yeah, it was.
My bad. Poirier lost to Korean Zombie Conor. I don't know if Korean Zombie was before or after Conor. It might have been before.
No, the discussion was. Oh,
he hasn't lost
Korean
anybody.
Zombie beat Dustin Poirier way back in the day.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, no, we're talking about when Michael Johnson beat Poirier compared to Conor.
After.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, but that was at 45. At 55, Dustin hasn't lost anybody but Khabib.
Was that 45 or 55? Him versus
Michael Johnson?
Him versus Michael Johnson was 55. 55.
Was it?
Yeah.
My stats are all wrong.
So yeah, Michael Johnson and Khabib are his only losses since Conor McGregor.
Okay.
But he also has the Eddie Alvarez fight, the no contest, which he was
winning.
No, Alvarez was winning.
Alvarez was no, I thought they rocked each other, I thought.
Alvarez was winning and Poirier was coming on.
Okay.
And then the illegal knee happened. And he borderline illegal knee.
Right.
I thought it was illegal.
I did too.
It technically is illegal, but it should be legal. I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing knees on the ground.
Yeah, I think they should be.
It honestly doesn't make sense.
But I got distracted because I was talking with Tai Tuivasa. What were we talking about? Khabib?
What did Tai say?
Tai Tuivasa.
Did he say fuck Menace or what?
No, he said I told him to jump on for a shoey. He said he's in quarantine. It's fucked. Sorry, lads. Gotta tee up soon. So I wrote quarantine. He wrote stuck in hotel for 2 weeks. I can't leave the room. So I wrote jump on in. And he has the link. So we'll see. But I think he might not be able to do a shoey. So he doesn't want to come and like watch us drink maybe type thing. I don't know.
Oh.
And then we have...
They peed the bed in Abu Dhabi.
That was amazing. That was so amazing.
That was funny.
I took that picture. I said it to people. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I pissed the bed. What? I would have took that to my grave. Like, I would have told, like, Stan, like, hey, as my winner got so drunk, pissed the bed.
Legitimately, is that the first time you've ever seen someone celebrate it? I have not seen little kids celebrate it.
No.
Like, Mom, I peed the bed.
That's better than Happy. What was it? Is it Happy Gilmore? Is that the movie? No. Happy Madison or
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
Madison.
Yes. Billy Madison. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the kid who wets the bed, pees his pants.
No, it's Waterboy.
Give me one more second.
And he's like, everyone my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
Oh yeah.
So what are you at right now? Are you in Jared's apartment?
No, I got an Airbnb.
Okay, who you got staying with you?
My dude, Dill.
I keep hearing.
He's from Chicago too.
Well, wait, you got your finger completely on the camera.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my dude, Dill.
What's going on, my man?
He fights for Bellator.
I heard you had your fact checker in the background. I was like, who does he got there?
Yeah, he was sitting there showing me video. He showed me a video of Khabib getting taken down by Abel Trujillo too.
Yeah.
Like, all right, thanks.
But Trujillo took him down, and then Khabib was like, okay, now I'll show you how to wrestle.
Yeah.
And he's no joke, Trujillo. He's like a 4-time NAIA All-American. He's legit.
Yeah, he wrestled in college with Usman.
Abel.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and even you've seen his fights. He's legit. I think Khabib just probably the strength. Something happened early in the Khabib fight where he kind of just shut off and was like, "Oh no, this guy's got me."
Yeah.
What's he doing right now? Anyways, is he in jail?
Oh my God!
I think he's in jail. I was about to say, I think that guy's in jail.
Do you know what I just realized? Long segue to our third fight of the night: Kevin Holland versus Mahmoud Muradov. Gotta go.
That's the guy that's sponsored by or managed by Mayweather.
Who? Muradov?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
That's
not
his first MMA fighter, I think.
Is he Russian?
No. He's somewhere from the Middle East. But I know that he trains with Mayweather, or Mayweather like sponsors him or manages him or something like that. I need my fact checker. The one fighting Kevin Holland.
Who's your flag checker?
My fact checker. I keep him with me.
Yeah, he's with.
When I was I was ranked 15, I got me a fact checker and I kept him. He's like my driver and everything. But then I got to 16, and then now he got nowhere else to go, so I just keep it with me.
I love that.
Yeah, no,
he's my fact checker.
He's been linked up. He's been linked up.
Not good at it.
He's been linked up with Mayweather for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know that was the guy that got him in.
He said,
"Can you put a picture up on the screen?" He doesn't draw a.
I'm on the money team. He says.
I think he only has one fight in the UFC. He has a knockout, but
yeah, he's 1-0 in the UFC. I have no idea who he is, but he's fighting Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, I like. He talks shit. He's big and long.
Yeah, he's looked good his last couple of fights. He's gotten a lot better. He's a tough guy.
If I could build an MMA fighter, I'm actually the opposite of an MMA fighter minus like my cardio.
What?
You're saying
if I could build an MMA fighter, I'd have like a taller, long guy who's strong with good cardio. That's a chance, you know?
Yeah, no, with the right team, like that guy could be something.
Yeah. I'm the smallest guy. I'm the shortest guy in the division, minus like 2 people. Yikes. Where'd Stan go, piece of shit?
Our fact checker got cut off.
He's such a fucking fat fuck. Like, what do you think about his girly long hair? What's he gonna do? Braid it?
My brother just got like a man bun. I'm like, dude, you got a man bun? Are you serious?
I feel like that was cool like a few years ago. I'm watching a few people do it now. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling him. Like, I don't know.
Like, what? Well, you know what it is? So, my buddy Chris Wade's growing one out. I think there's like a show or something like that. They're like, dude, that's badass. Like Vikings or something where a guy has a man
that show's
bun.
over with, I think.
I've seen Chris Wade growing out his little rat tail, his little whatever you call it, ninja bun.
I'm just like,
is he still fighting for PFL?
PFL's not a real thing at the moment.
I was about to say, what do you think about that?
PFL announced the season for April. They're going to start a new season, but I think that's fucked up. They're suing people, I think.
Bro,
no,
that means the man went 1 year without fighting.
The fighters, I know Lance Palmer and a handful of fighters, I don't know if Wade's involved or whatnot, they're suing PFL.
Yeah, but like
Lance is getting $1 billion paid. I thought Lance
got paid $2 million.
No,
but I thought Lance is getting a stipend.
They were giving the champions a stipend. They didn't give the fighters.
Are like $1,000 a month though.
And why would you?
I don't think it's anything big.
Why would you give a stipend to the guy who won $1 million? Give a stipend to these guys who didn't win.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. And then like for a lot of the guys, like where they said like, "Yo, we don't even need a tournament. Just let us at least get a fight, so we get some sort of money." Like, and then you're on what show are they? I think they're on ESPN, aren't they? Where they could at least make some money through sponsors or something like that, through commercials or something. So like, it made no sense to me why they didn't want to at least run a show.
They should have did some one-offs.
Small companies like LFA or something doing small shows. Like, do a show. Like, you're making your fighters mad. They all want to leave. And then you're making the fans hate you because the fighters hate you.
Well, they're losing their fans because they're not being out there relevant. Their fans are just watching UFC or Bellator, the fights that are going on, you know?
Yeah.
Because Steven Siler has a fight coming up soon.
I don't think the PFL, not throwing shade at them, but I don't think the PFL has fans. I think each fighter has fans.
Yes.
That are going to watch. Or there's the MMA fan that's going to watch every fight, you know?
Yes.
I agree. You're wondering if...
Lost you.
Oh, Belal froze on us. He's in space.
My bad. You guys got me?
Yep, you're back now. What'd you say?
I said, now I wonder about Rory McDonald. Like, if your guts coming there from Bellator, where you're like thinking he was going to win $1 million this year, but now he has to sit out the whole year, and you're like, how much are they actually paying him as a stipend? Because he was supposedly getting over $200,000 at Bellator.
I thought he was in Bellator.
No, he went to PFL.
Yeah, PFL.
Oh, that's right. He did come over.
Yeah, he was the big signing.
Well, and that's if PFL is going on and they're giving you $1 million, that's the move. Like, even.
Yeah.
We were saying Michael Johnson. I think Michael Johnson wins that tournament.
That's a good point, yeah. Like a lot of guys where I'm looking at it like...
Yeah, for sure.
Where there'll be like, what are the odds of you hitting $1 million in the UFC? Like, it's going to take you a while to hit those numbers. So, like, if you could go there 1 year, hit $1 million, even if you're a young fighter, like, why not sign with them first, be the champion?
Well,
UFC will pay you a bigger amount to come over there.
Depending on your contract, because Ali hit me up at the beginning of, it would have been this year. It was like, hey, do you want to do the tournament? I was like, no, man, I'm retired. It's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm retired. Da-da-da. And then I talked to like Ryan LaFleur and Greg, and they're like, dude, you should fucking do it. Who gives a shit? I was like, yeah. Like, yes. I hit Ali back to like, hey, man, like, I think I'll do it, whatever. He's like, if you, let's say you win, you'd probably get like $70,000 per fight, to fight and win. He's like, you'll walk away after the 8 months with, I think it was like 1.7 or something like that. Or 1.5 mil. I was like, yeah. So I was like, I'll buckle down for fucking 8 months and just live the fucking life of misery while working a fucking 40-hour week and like do it, And then when I hit him back, he was like, hey man, Yeah, I think the roster's filled, and I was like, all right, whatever,
Yeah, I mean, if they do a 2021 tournament, you better hit them up. That division is open too. The 45. I mean, Lance Palmer beat the same guy 3 times.
I was gonna go with 55.
Oh, you're going to 55.
50, yeah. Okay. 45, it would have been Menace versus Lance Palmer.
Yeah.
Might have had to cross paths with Andre Harrison at some point. Or actually, I think he's done with PFL.
Yeah, but that weight class would suck because I tell you what, that the guy at 155 that won it 2 years in a row, I got something for him.
Do you?
55 would be Shootley, but then also you might cross paths with Chris Wade.
Oh, yeah.
And the PFL might do that for ratings. That shit's hot right now.
Yeah, team versus.
Would you do that? Would you sit out if you guys both made it to the playoffs and you were both on the same side of the bracket or no? I know a couple of Russian guys did it, and then a couple of Russian guys said, I'm sick.
We both have kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's all business. You guys spar with each other, so it's like.
We fight for free all the time, or used to.
Yeah, that's what I tell people all the time, too. I'm like, the sparring sessions, sometimes they get hard, and like you go harder than the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you versus who's at 170 from there. I know Askren's retired, but like say Woodley. Like you guys are fighting for the title.
Yeah.
Or you guys are fighting for the number one spot. You know what I mean? Like
no, of course. That's why when Gilbert Burns called out Usman, like I was like, oh, I respect that he wasn't afraid to do that because you're like. And they both like were professional about it, I feel like.
Oh, that one's going to be good, I think.
So what's the deal with DC not fighting Vasquez back in the day?
That's a good point. Like I feel like that was more like
now if Vasquez has his number, I get it.
Yeah.
I could see that, but I could also see when the lights are on, Cormier winning that fight.
For sure. But then there's also like...
But the practice room
DC was kind of new to sport when...
Kane's his big brother.
Kane was,
Even though Kane's probably younger than him, Kane's his MMA big brother. Kane showed him how to throw a punch. Kane showed him how to...
Yeah.
You know?
Transition.
Yeah. Showed him the wrestler to MMA blueprint.
Which changes things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then also it's like, yo, you could be an undisciplined fuck and eat whatever you want and weigh 250 and fight a heavyweight, or you can win the title at 205, you know?
Right.
But that was even a thing for DC because remember, he fucked up in the Olympics making weight. So he couldn't make 211. Now you're going to make me make 205 just because we're boys?
Yeah, but way more money on the line.
And also maybe they looked at it like we're the best. So 1 and 2, we're going to be fighting each other for the belt for 2 or 3 times. I'll drop to 205.
Yeah.
Maybe that came into play. Who knows? But well,
I feel like we gotta get DC on for that. Or Kane.
Oh my God. Even that.
Kane even relevant anymore?
Kane's relevant.
I mean, he's definitely
he's relevant.
No, what I'm saying is like
he's a Mexican.
People want to interview him?
He's a Mexican wrestler now.
I don't think he does that anymore.
He was in WWF. He had a little stint in WWF, and I think he's doing the what's it called? It's like
Lucha Libre?
It's called like AAA. Yeah, Lucha Libre, something like that in Mexico.
I'll try and slide in his DM and see what happens.
You can shoot that shot.
That's what I tell people. I'm always going to shoot my shot. I'll slide in these guys' DMs. If they answer, I was like, all right, cool.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Belal. So me and Stan are we're in cahoots with Ashley Evans Smith, and we kind of co-help her podcast. We want to try and build like an empire where like when we have guests on, like, yo, make sure you're on Belal's show next week and do his game show, vice versa. For sure.
Yes, you know? I mentioned it to Aljo as well. And literally, you got to look at history and repeat something that happened that was good. So Joe Rogan took a bunch of comedians he knew, got them all together. They all bounced off each other's podcast, and they all were successful. So I had the idea of a bunch of MMA podcasts bounce off each other, and there's plenty of people to listen. There's plenty of success out there. So,
because if you think about it,
that's a good idea. Yeah.
If you want to talk like legit fighting, like strategy, who beat who, Aljamain. If you want to like shoot the shit about life, like drinking, sex, whatever, fights, whatever, us. You want to have a game show, you got Belal. If you want to talk about like sex and porn, you got Ashley. I feel like we're covering every aspect of MMA.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Me and Stan would be like the lifestyle aspect of MMA. You're the like knowledge and game show comedy. Ashley's the sex aspect, and then Aljo would be the fucking, calling fights and shit like that, and talking strategy and shit.
And then obviously every podcast dabbles in a little bit of something else. Like you play a game show, but you also interview the fighters. You talk a little bit about blah, 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 blah. Like even one of the best things was, and I was saying to Menace, I want to see Darren Till in Mike Perry's corner so bad.
My God, that would literally be the funniest thing in the world. I wish that would happen. And honestly, that's the smartest, like, Mike Perry, if, like, people think about how many billionaires out there would want to be in somebody's corner. Like, just say I was in a fighter's corner. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys out there that would want to pay big money for that. I literally had a guy one time come up to me when I was in it was like my third or fourth fight in the UFC, and he's like, hey, I want to sponsor you. And he kept messaging me, and I was like, I wasn't even seeing it, but then he called up Rufus Sport and said, yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Belal. I want to sponsor him. And then I finally got a hold of the guy. He's like, yeah, where are you at right now? I was like working at a UFC gym. I was like, I'm at the gym. And he came to the gym, and I was like, he's like, yeah, I want to sponsor you. And I was like, what kind of business do you have? He's like, I'm an immigration lawyer. And I was like, okay, I mean, like, I don't know how you want me to post about you. And he's like, no, I don't want you to post about me. I just want you to stop working. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I don't want you to work here no more. I was like, okay. He's like, so how much do you spend monthly on expenses? I was like, I don't know, $4 or $5 grand. He said, okay, I'll give you that monthly. I was like, all right, but like, what do you want from me? And he's like, nothing. I just want to see you do well, my brother. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he like pulled out $2 grand out of his pocket. He said, here goes $2 grand. I'll give you the other $2 grand later. And I'm sitting there like, all right. You want like a contract or something?
The whole time you're thinking this guy's about to ask me for a blowjob or something. Like this shit's gonna get fucking creepy.
I was like, what is this guy talking about? I was like, all right, cool. And then all of a sudden he's like the next day he's like, hey, yeah, I want to be in your corner. And I was like, I don't think I could do that. Like I took it serious, He's like, your first time in the UFC. Now if he told me, I was like, now I want to slide back in his DMs. Like, yo, hey, you still want to sponsor me? But like I told him, nah, you couldn't be in my corner. And then he stopped messaging me after that. But I still had his $2 grand, so it worked out.
There's two ways to think about I want to be in your corner. Like I want to be in your physical corner when you fight, or in your corner and help you.
Physical corner.
Financially.
Physical corner.
He wanted to be in the physical corner. But now that I think about it, you really only need two coaches in your corner. That third one can just be anybody. You can throw it away. So like I should have did it, honestly. Now that I think about it, I'm like, yo, I want to post about it. But I think Dana White shut that off, saying that they try to make it say that you need to have something about fighting in you or something like that, where you can't have somebody in your corner. So I don't know. I think he told Perry that you couldn't do it.
Ah, that's a fucking bummer. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
You're the one fucking fighting, not him.
Yeah, exactly. I think it came down to like, oh, Perry's gonna make money off of it.
Oh my God.
Make other fighters do it.
Let them start that, and then fucking someone.
Yeah,
what?
You're gonna have random girls in the corner just freaking showing their boobs and stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say we'll have Menace and the Man in the corner screaming dumb shit.
Stan would be like, hey, in my corner, like. I tell you what, if you got a girl that you want to bang in your corner, you're 1,000,000% having sex, unless you went out there and just got like
knocked out in 20 seconds.
Yeah. Even then, there's going to be probably some pity sex.
I tried.
Seriously.
I don't think so.
What?
What do you mean? She's leaving with the guy who knocked you out.
No.
100%.
Nah, she's going to feel sorry.
I'm not saying if you got like a celebrity. I'm just saying you into Hooters, you're like, you work here? You're like, yeah, like I'm fighting, in 2 days. Like, you want to come and be in my corner?
Do you want a menu? No. I want to know the answer to that question. Do you want to come?
And if she says
weekend?
Yes.
She might. Even if she has a boyfriend, she might say yes. So who knows?
What? 1,000,000%.
Yeah, they're saying yes no matter what, I think.
And like she's watching you out there like fucking wreck a dude on national TV, goes back with you and she sees all the cameras and shit. She's like, fuck, he'll kill my boyfriend.
You're at your prime zone of like with your abs and everything showing because you just cut weight yesterday, so you're not in fat mode yet. So you're like, all right, you look like a specimen.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I used to close like every time I had like a pro fight on the lower levels. I would just, you want to go part like, end my like.
Wait, allegedly.
No, I was single then.
All right, I'm just
allegedly.
Yeah.
But no, and then also your confidence of just crushing another man who tried to crush you. You're just like, I just can't lose.
So Belal, when is this next fight?
Fuck you, Stan.
December 19th.
All right, you got a little bit of time, so you're like about to kickstart training camp.
Yeah, that's why I said it was like the perfect time to come out here and get different looks. So like I'm one of those two where I'm always training no matter what. But so like I'm in pretty good shape, so it's like not bad to go cross train somewhere else because you're already in shape, so you're not gonna embarrass yourself or get hurt or anything.
Oh my God, you're always in shape. Like Menace mentioned last time we had you on, that fucking chest. You got like the best chest in MMA.
He does have one of the best chests in MMA.
But so, what's your boy's name again? That's with you?
Adil.
So you and Adil just traveled to South Florida to visit Jared, get some training in?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Nope.
Ali wanted me to go to Vegas. We were gonna go to Vegas, and then I have a buddy that gets buddy passes. You know what buddy passes are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm usually last second with everything. So I'll like hit him up, and I'm like, yo, I want to go to Vegas Sunday.
What's the buddy pass?
And he was like, all right.
Flights.
Like he works for a Southwest Airlines, so like you're standby for a flight. So like if the flight's empty, you can just go on there.
You get free flights. You get free flights if you have a friend who flies a lot.
Yeah. So like I'll hit him up, yo, I want to go to Vegas. He's like, all right, cool. And then Ali hit me up like Thursday, like, brother, I got COVID. So I'm like, all right, I'm not coming to Vegas. And
oh my God, too.
Oh, Ali has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it.
Hopefully it doesn't get him, but he's fit. He'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
he
was like shadowboxing on his Instagram yesterday. He like shadowboxed for like 15 seconds. Then he was starting to breathe hard. He's like, man, I literally didn't know I could shadowbox for 1 minute. I was like, all right. But so I was like, all right. I've been telling Jared for a while I was gonna come to Florida and visit him. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll just go to Florida then. So I just told my friend, he's all right, come to Florida then.
So do you roll in and you walk around and you're like, Christina, what's going on over here? Like you just start like making sure everything's in line in Jared's life. Like, Christina, he's good, right? I'm just here making sure.
He's living life, honestly. Like Christina's mom, literally, she has like a condo that's on a private beach. We went to their house yesterday, and then we went to their pool. They have like a saltwater pool, and I'm like, man, you're really upgraded from Wisconsin. Like we're sitting in Wisconsin, but we don't have a TV stand. We have one couch that Paul Feather used to sleep on. Like it was a huge upgrade for Jared. Now I was like, now I know why you left Wisconsin.
Oh, well, what's Wisconsin like compared to Florida?
Yeah, it's a big upgrade.
Yeah, he's living the life. But Belal, you're the man. Everybody.
Hey, so where are we at on the fight card? You keep doing these fucking huge.
Oh my God, it's not me. It's all three of us. My bad. So
we're on like fight 4.
Yeah, we're a horrible fight preview. So now we got.
This is terrible.
Why is it me? So now we got.
You're the
co-main event. The co-main event. Andre Fili versus Bryce Mitchell. What do you mean? Whoa. Kevin Holland versus Mahmoud.
All right.
Who do you got?
Kevin, because he's American. Oh.
I got Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going Kevin. So Andre Fili versus Bryce Mitchell. Menace, you know a little bit about Andre Fili. Do you think he's beaten Bryce Mitchell?
I'm going Andre Fili. I guess we'll see how good Bryce Mitchell's jiu-jitsu is and like takedowns. Like if Bryce Mitchell takes him down, submits him, okay, Bryce Mitchell is the deal. But if Fili can keep it standing and fuck him up on the feet, then Bryce Mitchell is a one-trick pony and fucking go fight fucking who's that other loser?
Ryan
you know
Hall?
exactly. Oh, Ryan Hall, yeah.
All right.
I only say that because Ryan Hall called me out like I was dodging him, and I never fucking dodged him. I tried scheduling to fight him like 3 times. And like, no, I can't fight till September. And September came. Hey, Dennis, you want to fight? I'm like, yeah, but I just lost. I was like, at 55. He's like, well, he walks around 55, so he wants to fight you at 45. I'm like, no, 55. And then he fights BJ Penn like a month later at 55. I'm like, you fucking pussy. Continue, Stan.
I was just going to give the odds. So Bryce Mitchell is a favorite, -145. Feely is +115.
I throw a couple bucks at Feely. I think he's got a good school over there, man. I think he rolls with a lot of monsters.
I like Feely as an underdog in that fight. Feely's tough.
Yeah, I like Feely too.
He's a vegan, but he beat my boy. He beat my boy. So. Dennis, after that one, was like, I'm done with life. I lost to a vegan. Like, what do I do?
Well, hang on, listen. All in all, everybody lost to. Obviously, you guys are fucking monsters and whatever. But going into the fight, I'm like, if I lose to this retard, Elkins, I need to retire. I lose to Elkins. I'm like, wow, I lost to a fucking mental fucking retard. I'm like, how you feeling, man? This guy's a vegan. He can't be strong at all. I lose this guy. I need to retire.
I forget who we. I think we were talking to Uriah. And Dennis was like, the retarded one. And he went, Elkins? Yeah, that one. So he like...
Uriah said that?
Yeah, he went up that.
I feel bad. Elkins is a really good dude. I used to train with him in Indiana a lot.
Well, yeah, he was from Rufus-Port for a minute.
No, he's from Indiana. He used to train at a small gym in Indiana called Team Colognes in Duneland. Yeah, he trained in Valparaiso, Indiana.
Or not Rufus-Port. He knows Askren a little bit.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, is what I've seen. So I associated him with Rufus-Port.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Stan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I pressed something. I think I muted myself on the side. Yeah. So, the pre-fight hype is like, I'm going to go there. I'm like, if I lose this guy, I'm saying to my friends, I need to retire. And then he fucking beats me. Then Feely, I'm like, this guy's a vegan, like a skinny, like, I'm going to fucking ragdoll this guy. He beats me in split decisions as well. I'm like, wow. And then I had to fight, what's his name? What's his name, Stan? 2 first names.
Rick Glenn.
Rick Glenn. Oh, Rick. And I'm like, this guy, nobody knows who this guy is. They're giving me a layup. He's skinny, whatever. Like, if I lose this guy, then I lost a split decision to him. And I'm like, I need to quit.
Oh, wow.
Ready for this? All alpha male guys. So then I'm like, is there how much politics goes into this bullshit?
Oh yeah, 3 split decisions. They all they all point fighted Menace. Like,
Wow, that's heartbreaking, yeah.
And it was 3 fights where stats were close, whatever. Menace won. But
what do you mean close?
I'm saying if you look at the stats on paper, the stats No. You beat Feely. Feely got those takedowns. You versus Rick Glenn, the stats on paper were close. And then you versus Elkins.
I took him down 6 times.
Well, then it comes into scoring, and it comes down to the rounds.
All right. So
you took Rick Glenn down 6 times, and you lost a split decision?
Yeah.
He outstruck me by 4 punches.
Like this.
Wow.
Like this off his back. Yeah.
No way.
Then I outstruck Feely by like 60 or 80 punches, but he got like 3 takedowns to my 1 or something like that.
No, Feely took you down twice, I thought.
Might have been 3. But like, dude, my butt would hit the ground and I'd pop right back up. Or count that as a takedown.
Like, might have not even got 2 in wrestling.
That's
yeah, debatable 2s in wrestling. Yes.
Yeah.
But Feely to Elkins, like he had 2 legitimate takedowns. They were close, but if it went to like 4 and 5, I actually might have murdered the man. Like 3rd round, I blew him out of the water.
Oh, did you? I was about to say he has cardio. A lot of his stuff is breaking.
Yeah, no. I was like, I knew I was losing, so I was like, I gotta fucking go for broke here.
That's one thing that Menace can hang his career.
Well, the second round was
you can hang your career on that. Like, I don't think you've ever lost a third round. And fights that were 3 rounds, if they would have went 5, the guy was in trouble.
That's where I was like, are you kidding me? To Feely, a judge gave him that third round. I'm like, I actually almost murdered that man in the third round, and someone gave him that round for the win.
Wow.
I was like, did you see the fuck? The thing is, wow, you've been at fights where they put you behind the judges.
Yeah.
How many times do you see them like this? Like, the fights are here.
Dude, all the time.
You see this, like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what they're texting? Yeah, that's right, bitch. I'm at the UFC fights. I'm being the judge, the referee. I'm in charge of this place. I'm gonna fuck you when I get out of here. Send.
So, blah. I want to get Michael Johnson on here, and that's why I'm not fighting still.
Yes.
I'm drinking.
So, main event.
Over here.
Main event. Uriah Hall versus Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's last fight. We got Anderson Silva is a plus 195 underdog. Uriah Hall is a minus 235 favorite.
Uriah Hall.
Yeah, Uriah.
Are you saying Uriah Hall, Menace? Or you almost had a question mark at the end of that?
No, I got Uriah Hall. Like, if I had to live and keep my house or not.
I'm not betting anything on it. No body shots, no money, no nothing. Going Anderson Silva.
You're going Anderson?
Anderson Silva.
Can you back that up?
What did you say? Can I back that up?
Yeah.
I think he's going to catch Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall is going to idolize him and not pull the trigger.
Here's how Anderson Silva wins. Ready?
We've seen Uriah Hall not...
Are you ready?
We've seen Uriah Hall not pull the trigger against lesser people. He's not going to pull the trigger against Anderson Silva.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready for you. Go.
Okay. I've already put down on paper, this is my last fight. I'm going to use the best stuff like the world has to offer so that I'm 25 years old.
And I'm just going to fail the test anyway.
You get paid. Like,
yeah,
and the reason why you would get fined is like if you wanted to fight again. I don't think, right? Am I wrong here?
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
Like, you get paid full, and then when the tests come back that you're dirty, like, all right, pay that if you want to fight anymore. Like, no, I'm done. I live also in another country. You can eat that.
And he did pop for steroids after the injury with Weidman, and then this one he got injured against Jared Cannonier. So, yeah, he probably is on something.
We've also seen I make pretty bad bets here at Menace and the Man. So, Anderson Silva by decision.
I'm not going to say by who, but a positive person to me, knowing that my last fight was going to be my last fight, like, hey, it's not illegal yet, but I got something. If you want to take it, you can. Like, and I was like, trust me, I thought about it. I'm on a 4-fight skid. And I was like, if it's going to help me win. And like, if, you know, let's say I come up, I pop for something like, well, I'm done anyways. You know? I didn't do it, but because
I was about to say, did you do it?
Because of legacy. I mean, for me.
Yeah.
It was a dick pill, Belal.
I didn't accomplish like a crazy amount, so I didn't want to go out on even like this guy's a piece of shit. Like, you know, like it's one thing if I was like sprinkling it throughout my career and like it kind of helped me get to where, but like, all natural.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Stan, that's the only way Anderson Silva wins in my head.
If he's on some sauce.
Yeah.
I think he is.
How old is he?
45, I think.
Yeah, that's insane.
All right, Uriah, am I going to bet? I'm going with nostalgia. I'm betting on Anderson. I'm going to use an underdog. I think Uriah is a for lack of a better way to put it, I don't want to say choke artist, but like almost he's going to freeze up. He's not going to.
He'll never be champion.
He's not going to. He's not going to go after Anderson. I might be wrong, but
what's his record? His last 3 fights?
Like so here.
I think he's on a streak.
Who did we see outstrike even old Anderson? Adesanya. Have we seen anyone? Cannonier caught him with the leg kick. I don't think Uriah Hall is that same level of aggressiveness. He's a better striker maybe than those guys. He's not the same level of killer.
And this is a fight in the making. Like this got scheduled before and then canceled. No.
Yes, it's been in talks for a minute, and now it's finally happening. It's almost like a striker's dream. This is a striker fight fan's dream. But we'll wrap this up. I'm going Anderson Silva. We could probably stay here talk with Belal all night. He's a great guest. We always love having him. Everybody go check out Remember the Show. Belal, thank you for joining us on the #1 podcast hosted by a Puerto Rican named Dennis.
That's another fact I can post it on.
That's a fact. So,
all right, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Belal, you're the man. Thank you for the time, and we'll talk to you soon. We almost had Jared, and we'll do it next time. We're going to do who's Jared's real best friend? You and
I'm down.
And his girl.
All right, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
Please, Belal. I love you. He didn't say it back to me.
You said it too late. You said it when he already had his finger on the button.
No, he said he didn't mean it.
But Menace and the Man, episode 95. I don't know. Ty was playing games. He didn't want to jump in for a show. He said we'll schedule something. He's in quarantine right now. I thought he'd want to jump in. We would throw back a shoey in his honor.
I would have drank one off my sandal.
Oh, and just glided it in?
Right? Just.
Oh, come on, Ty.
Right here. Right? What do you think?
Oh. Yep. That's a shoey. A sandy. Something.
Probably made a mess, but.
All right. Episode 95.
Well, see you later.
Good seeing you, Menace. Everybody,
likewise.
Stay classy, fight fans.
I wanted to leave. You ended yet?